You know, there is a new concern right now for consumers, one that could be costing them hundreds of dollars each year. They are charges called gray charges, and 1 in 4 people right now are paying them, and most likely they just don't know that they're paying them at all. Barbara Walker-Green, president of Advanced Wealth and Retirement Planning Concepts and PersonalWealthAdvisor.com, is here to explain what those gray charges are and what we should all be looking out for. Good morning, and thanks for being here.
Good morning, Jose.
Now, gray charges. First thing I thought, people with gray hair are paying these extra charges. Is that the case?
No, it is not.
Okay, thank you.
No. Basically, what gray charges are somewhere embedded in the disclosures whenever you make a purchase are the true costs of credit card charges. And most people don't read them. 95% of the people do not read the disclosures, and hence the name gray charges.
Okay, so what should we be looking out for so we can recognize these gray charges,
Well,
since they're not totally in black and white?
They're not totally in black and white, and unfortunately they're not illegal, so by default they're legal.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
So there's several different types. One are the basically the unknown subscriptions. When you're checking out, when you're making an online purchase, you have to be careful because there may be a box there where you may be signing up for an additional purchase. So you have to be sure to read it and either uncheck or check the box.
Okay.
There's another called zombie subscriptions. That sounds scary.
Yes, it does. Like
Zombie
dead man letters coming to your house.
Zombie subscriptions are basically those subscriptions that you cancel and they come back from the dead, like a gym subscription that you cancel and it comes back later after being canceled because of some stipulation in the disclosure. Another type of these types of gray charges are those auto renewals, and we've all seen those when you purchase those products online and they automatically
click the box and you won't have to call us next year.
Right, and you have to watch those because they will automatically renew every single year unless you cancel them.
And you'll be paying for that throughout the entire year.
And you will. Free to paid. That is one that you have to really be careful of because there's nothing for free. A lot of times people will go online. You know, a popular one is the free credit report. But you have to give up your credit card information, and later on what happens is you've actually signed up for a subscription. And then finally the last one is cost creep. You'll sign up for a subscription and the cost will start creeping up over time.
Okay, why is it that consumers are just not aware of these things and they've been paying them all along?
A lot of times it's just because of the cost. A lot of times they're between $12 and $18, and let's face it, we miss those charges a lot of times because they're so small.
And what should we do to protect ourselves?
Pay attention. Read your statements. Make sure you're going over them. Don't skim over them because a lot of times those little small charges, because we pay for so much these days online, right? You could have 30, 40, 50 different charges hitting your credit card every month. So you have to really kind of pay attention to what's going on there and monitor those purchases. And finally, read the fine print to know that if you're signing up for an additional feature or an additional subscription to whatever it is you're buying. And then if you see an unknown charge, report it immediately because sometimes you have a deadline as to when you can be refunded. And you should also, I believe that you should use credit cards rather than debit cards because they offer more consumer protection.
So if you have a complaint, it's easier to file it with a credit card rather than a debit card?
That is correct. Credit cards have more consumer protections.
Wow. Great information. Thank you so very much for being here and providing our viewers with this information. Barbara Walker-Green.
Thank you.